Alrighty. All right, so we'll get started here. So going to run another Joga class. We're going to do a bit of the fire starter and a bit of the silent victory. We'll do something really similar to last week, just so we can keep building each week. So this week it'll just get your body will start to remember what we did last week, kind of thing. So we're going to start laying on our back on the mat here. You're going to bend both knees so both of your bottom of your feet are flat on the mat. You're going to bring your right hand to the belly, left hand to the chest. And from there, just let the elbows fall down to the floor. We're going to focus on our breathing here first, so balancing our parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. So you're just going to take a regular inhale through your nose. And then open up the mouth, relax the jaw big. Exhale from your mouth, make a ha sound. We'll do that again. Inhale through the nose. Open up the mouth, relax the jaw big. Exhale from the mouth. So you're going to lightly press your right hand into the belly just as an activation point where we're going to breathe in and out of. So we're just going to focus on the belly breathing here first, so nothing into the chest. So inhale into the belly only here for 1. Inhale belly 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale from the belly for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, be empty, hold the belly button towards the spine. And we'll do that again. Inhale into the belly only for 1. Inhale belly 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale from the belly for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air. Last one with the belly here. Inhale belly for 1. Fill the belly with air 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, hold. Exhale from the belly for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, be empty. We're going to switch it up. So now you're going to lightly press your left hand into your chest as an activation point. We're just going to breathe in and out of the chest now, nothing into the belly. So inhale into the chest here for 1. Inhale chest 2. Inhale chest 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale from the chest for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, be empty. We'll do that again. We're going to start with the front ribs first. So inhale into the front ribs for 1. Inhale side ribs 2. Inhale back ribs for 3. Pause, hold. Exhale from the chest for 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out the air and be empty. Last one, let's start with the back ribs first. Inhale back ribs for 1. Inhale side ribs 2. Inhale front ribs for 3. Pause, hold. Exhale from the chest for 3, 2, 1. Be empty. We'll just take a couple of recovery breaths here. So inhale through the nose, normal breath. And then big exhale from the mouth, let it go. Again, inhale through the nose. Then open up the mouth, relax the jaw, big exhale from the mouth. So we're going to combine the breaths together here now. So we're going to start in the belly and then work up into the chest and then vice versa. So inhale into the belly here for 1. Inhale belly only 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, lengthen through the sternum. Now inhale into the chest for 1. Find that air in the chest 2. Inhale into the chest 3. Pause, hold, staying full. And then exhale as a whole unit with control for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, pull the belly button towards the spine. And we'll do that again. So inhale into the belly only first for 1. Inhale belly 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, hold, lengthen through the sternum. Inhale into the chest now for 1. Sip that air in the chest 2. Inhale chest for 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale with control as a unit for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, be completely empty. Now we'll switch it up. We're going to start with the chest now. So inhale into the chest here for 1. Inhale chest 2. Inhale chest 3. Pause, lengthen through the sternum. Inhale into the belly now for 1. Find that air in the belly 2. Inhale belly 3. Pause, hold. And then Exhale with control as a whole unit for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out that air, be completely empty. We'll do that one more time. Inhale into the chest only first for 1. Inhale, chest 2. Inhale, chest 3. Pause, lengthen through the sternum. Inhale into the belly only now for 1. Find the air in the belly, 2. Inhale, belly, 3. Pause, hold. And then exhale as a whole unit with control for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze out there, be completely empty and just be still in this emptiness, knowing that you will take another breath again, trying to relax the body. And then we'll take our recovery breath again. So normal inhale through the nose and a big exhale from the mouth, let it go. Again, inhale through the nose and big exhale from the mouth, let it go. Bring your belly button in towards your spine and then bring the knees in towards the chest, dorsiflex the ankles, so toes up towards your nose, and then just wrapping your hands on your shins. If you can interlace the fingers, that's great. If not, just put the hands one on each shin. We're just gonna rock from side to side here, just a little bit of movement for the low back. And then you're gonna come onto your right side. You're gonna lay on your right side. Right arm is gonna be used as a pillow for your head, and you can keep both knees bent here. We're just gonna stay here for a breath or two from our belly. Inhale, belly breath. And exhale from the belly. Again, inhale, belly breath. And big exhale from the mouth. Good. Then we're gonna come onto all fours here, setting up our tabletop. So on your hands and your knees, and just setting up the joint structure for the rest of the program. So we always want the heels right behind the sit bones, knees right underneath the hips, wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, and we're always staying active in those hands, spreading those fingers wide, pressing the finger pads into the mat. And then to set up the spine here, we're gonna bring the pubis bone in, front ribs to back ribs, and then lengthen through the sternum, and the head is always neutral. So we're gonna come into a warm up for the spine here through extension and flexion. So you're gonna take an inhale, you're gonna tuck the toes first, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling, lift the chest up away from you, push away the floor with the hands in extension. And then take an exhale, you're gonna untuck the feet first, tuck the pubis bone in, round through the spine, front ribs to back ribs, head follows down, push away the floor with the hands in flexion. We'll do that a few more times. Inhale, tuck the toes first, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling, chest follows through, head follows, push away the floor with the hands. Exhale, untuck the feet, tuck the pubis bone in, front ribs to back ribs, round through the spine, push away the floor with the hands, head follows down. Inhale, tuck the toes, lift the sit bones towards the ceiling, chest follows up and through, head follows, push away the floor with the hands. Exhale, untuck the feet, tuck the pubis bone in, round through the spine, front ribs to back ribs, head follows down, push away the floor, and we're gonna stay in this flex position. So you're gonna press your toenails into the mat, and you're gonna pull them up towards your body, so just protecting the ankle joint here. And then tuck the pubis bone in more, front ribs to back ribs, around through the spine, head follows down, push away the floor with the hands. Staying here, you're gonna pretend that somebody has their hand right in between your shoulder blades, and you're gonna breathe in and out of that upper back now. So inhale into the upper back here, imagine pushing that hand, and then exhale from the upper back. Again, inhale up into the upper back, and exhale. Last one, inhale into the upper back, and big exhale. Good, and then just coming back into that neutral tabletop. So tucking the toes, knees underneath the hips, wrist crease right underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingertips wide, and then tucking the pubis bone in, front ribs backwards, lengthening through the breastbone here. Head is neutral. We're gonna come into our hovering tabletops. You're gonna press the toes into the mat, press the hands into the mat, and then just lift the knees a couple of inches off the floor here. We're just gonna stay here today again. Again, pubis bone in, front ribs back ribs, lengthening through the breastbone here, pushing away the floor with the hands, pushing the toes into the mat. Continue to breathe, don't hold the breath. And then we're going to come into a warm up for the thighs here, so the quads. So you're going to take an inhale, this is position 1. Exhale, lift the hips up and back into a crouching downward dog. So staying on those toes, you want to keep the shins as parallel to the floor as possible. So bringing the stomach down towards the quads here. And then inhale, shift the body weight forward, back in that first position, shoulders over the wrists. Exhale, lift the hips up and back into the crouching downward dog. Inhale, shoulders over the wrists. Feeling the heat in the quads. Exhale, lift the hips up and back into that crouching downward dog. And inhale back, shoulders over the wrist. And then exhale, lower the knees down to the mat here. We'll just come to child's pose quick. So bring the knees towards the width of the mat, big toes together, keep the toes tucked, and then you can stack the fist on top of each other and rest your forehead there. Take an inhale through the nose, and nice slow exhale from the mouth. Continue to breathe on your own and see if you can slow down your exhale so you can recover a little bit faster. You can shake your head no on your fist to induce some relaxation. And then we're just going to do one part of the warm up again today. So coming up onto one hand at a time, wrist right underneath the shoulder, and then stepping one foot back at a time into your high plank. Again, heels right behind the sit bones, wrist crease right underneath the shoulder, spreading the fingertips wide. Take an inhale and exhale. So inhale, shift the body weight onto the 10 toes. You're going to bend the knees 30, 60, or 90, and then bend the elbows 30, 60, or 90. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, straighten the arms. Take an inhale and exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Take an inhale and exhale. So setting up our downward dog, we want to be on the balls of the feet, actively pressing the heels down. We always want to keep a micro bend in the knees here, lifting the tailbone up towards the ceiling, pubic bone in, front ribs to back ribs, lengthening through the breastbone, pressing the hands and finger pads into the mat to stay to the shoulders. So you're going to take an inhale, you're going to come up onto all 10 toes, and then exhale, you're going to lower the right heel down towards the mat. Getting that Achilles stretch here. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reach the left heel down. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reach the right heel down. Try not to sway in the hips. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reach the left heel down. Inhale onto all 10 toes. Exhale, reach the right heel down. Last one, inhale onto all 10 toes. And exhale, reach the left heel down. Inhale onto all 10 toes. And as you exhale, step or walk your feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold, feet together. And then inhale, hands come to shins or quads, fur flat back, retract your scapula, roll the shoulder blades back. Bring the weight in the balls of the feet for a little hamstring stretch. And then exhale, sit back in the heels, back down, forward fold. Inhale, leading with the chest, come all the way up to your standing mountain pose. And then exhale, hinging from the hip, leading with the chest down, back down, forward fold. So we're going to start the joint mobility stability sequence here next. So inhale, hands come to shins or quads, fur flat back, retract the scapula, bring the torso up right here, reach the arms on either side of the legs here. So again, we want the feet together, squeezing the adductors together, pubis bone in, front ribs, back ribs, lengthening through the breastbone here. You're going to bring the thumbs to the shoulders and extend the hands out wide. From there, spreading the fingers wide. You're going to come on the ball of your left foot here first. So pressing those left toes into the mat, that left ball of the foot. And then dorsiflex that ankle right up off the mat. You're going to take an inhale. And as you exhale, so you're going to take an inhale and you're going to straighten both legs here. So straighten the standing leg and extend that free leg straight behind you. Dorsiflex that left ankle. And as you inhale, you're going to bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Good. Inhale, straighten both legs. Coming into that airplane. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together. Inhale, straighten the standing leg, straighten the free leg straight behind you. Keep the hips square. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Inhale, straighten both legs, and we're going to stay here. So make sure the hips are square and make sure that left ankle is dorsiflex here. We're going to load the right knee joint here. So you're going to take an exhale for 3, lower down in that leg, 2, lower down 1, and then inhale, rise up without hyperextending that knee. Exhale down for 3, 2, 1, Inhale, rise up. Exhale down, 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale, and we're going to stay low. So down for 3, 2, 1, and stay. Making sure that left ankle's dorsiflexed. You're going to activate the hamstring by bending the knee. Activate that left glute by lifting the heel towards the ceiling, and then bring that foot back down. Take an inhale. You can just roll the shoulders out here, and big exhale. So starting with the feet together, we're going to come into our chair pose. So sitting the hips down and back, bending the knees, arms come up just in front of you here, palms are facing each other, spread the fingers wide, bend the knees and sit the hips down and back. So we want that weight in the heels. You should be able to wiggle those toes, squeeze the inner legs together, pubis bone in, frontless back ribs lengthening through the breastbone. Here, retract, pull that scapula back here, retract, spread the fingers wide. And then we're going to bring the finger pads together here, press the fingertips together, activate the chest, bring the thumb to the xiphoid process here. So just in the middle of that chest there, retract the scapula. Take an inhale into the chest, sit low. And as you exhale, we're going to rotate just the thoracic spine towards the right here. So make sure you keep the hips and the shoulders and the knees, sorry, just keep the knees and the hips square. The shoulder's going to rotate. Take an inhale, sit lower, tuck the pubis bone in, and find a little bit more rotation from that. Inhale into the chest, front ribs to back ribs, and exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Inhale into the chest, lengthen through the sternum here. Exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Good. Inhale, look forward, reach the hands forward, and then exhale, tip forward into your forward fold. We'll come into the lunge sequence next. So inhale, hands come to shins or quads for a flat back. Retract the scapula, reach the hands on either side, bring the torso upright. We're going to press the ball of that left foot into the mat again, and then dorsiflex that ankle right up. And then take a big step back into your lunge here. So we want the feet hip distance apart, all toes are facing forward. Bend that back knee right away. That left back heel is lifted. Power the arms up, palms face each other, shoulders are down. And then pubis bone in, front wrist back ribs lengthen through the sternum. Here we want that front knee right on top of that ankle. So you're going to take an inhale, you're going to rise up in both legs. And then exhale, you're going to lower down, go as low as you would like. Inhale, power up. Exhale, slow and controlled down. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, slowly down. From here, you're going to take an inhale, you're going to exhale. You're going to straighten the back leg, bring the arms past the body, palms face the floor, spread the fingers wide, hinging from the hip. And then exhale, bend that back knee. Sorry, inhale, bend the back knee and power back up to that first position. Good. Exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hip, arms come past the body, palms face the floor. Inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up. One more time. Exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hips, hands come past the body, palms face the floor. Inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up. We're going to rotate here, so bring the thumbs to the shoulders, extend the hands wide. Take an inhale, lift the pelvic floor, pubis bone in, and then rotate towards the right, so towards that front leg. And then straighten the back leg here, so we're reaching with that left arm forward, reaching with the right arm back. Bring the finger pads together again, thumb to the xiphoid process, retract the scapula, take an inhale, pubis bone in, and exhale, find more rotation. Inhale, front ribs to back ribs. Exhale, find more rotation. Inhale into the chest. Lengthen through the sternum and find a little bit more rotation. It'll just be small. And then inhale, look forward. Reach the hands forward here, coming in our full reach. And then bring the hands down to the mat. Step that foot back into your high plank. Take an inhale and exhale. So options again, you can stay in your high plank with the feet together at the back of the mat, squeezing the adductors together, wrist crease underneath the shoulders. Or you can come into your side plank, so rotating on that left side, bring that right arm up like a bow and arrow, stacking the feet here. Pressing the hand into the mat, stretching those fingers wide, continue to breathe, don't hold your breath. Pulling up through the oblique. Look down, tap that right hand to the hip, and rotate back over into your high plank. Take an inhale and exhale. Lowering the knees down to the mat here for a second. We're going to come into our fist push-ups here. So making tight fists with those hands, thumbs on the outside. Option, everybody can come into a high plank to get set up. The fist should be right underneath the shoulders. You can do it on your knees. If you're on your knees, keep the toes tucked, or you can be on your toes, totally up to you. Wherever you are, take an inhale, shift the body weight forward. Exhale, lower down, 30, 60, 90. Inhale up, 2 more. Exhale down, inhale up, 1 more. Exhale down, and inhale back up. Wherever you are, you're gonna release the fists. So coming onto the palms, watching the blood flow back to the hands, come back into your high plank. We'll do a core flow. So inhale, shift the body weight forward onto all 10 toes. Exhale, lift the hips slightly above the shoulders, lower down halfway, push up. Inhale, bring the chest up and through into your up dog, keep the toes tucked. Push up into your high plank, take an inhale, and exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Inhale, and exhale. You can bring your knees down to the mat here. We'll come into child's pose for a quick recovery before we do the other side. So knees towards the width of the mat, big toes together, keep the toes tucked, and then stack the fist on top of each other. Rest the forehead there. Inhale through the nose, and slow down your exhale to recover faster. Shaking your head no on your fist to induce some relaxation. If you need a drink, now would be the time, as we won't really stop for a water break again until the end. And then whenever you're ready, we will set up for the second side. So coming up onto one hand at a time, step one leg back at a time into your high plank. Take an inhale through the nose, exhale from the mouth, micro bend the knees first, lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, bring the belly button towards the spine, step or walk your feet up to the top of the mat, forward fold, feet are together. Inhale, hands come to shins or quads, fur flat back, retract the scapula, lift the torso up, reaching the hands on either side of the legs here. So setting up for the second side here. So again, we want the feet together, squeeze the adductors, the inner legs, pubis bone in, front ribs, back ribs, lengthening through the sternum here. Bring the thumbs to the shoulders, extend the hands wide from there, spread the fingers wide. Coming on the right ball of the foot this time, pressing those right toes into the mat, and then dorsiflex flex right up. Take an inhale, extend the free leg and the standing leg. And then exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low in that standing leg for that ankle and knee flexion. Inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Inhale, straighten the standing leg and the free leg. Exhale, bend both knees, tap the knees together, get low. Inhale, straighten the standing leg, straighten the free leg, and we're gonna stay here. So again, make sure the hips are square, right ankles dorsiflex. We're gonna load that left knee joint here. So exhale down for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, rise up without hyperextending. Exhale down 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Exhale 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Last one, stay low. Exhale 3, 2, 1, and stay. Yeah, make sure that right ankle's dorsiflexed. Activate that right hamstring by bending that right knee. Activate the glute by lifting that right heel, and then bring that foot back down. Take an inhale through the nose, roll the shoulders out if you need to, and big exhale from the mouth. Good, setting up our chair for the next side. So again, feet are together, squeeze the inner legs together, reaching the hands out in front, palms are facing each other, spread the fingers wide. Retract the scapula, sit the hips down and back, bend the knees. So again, we want the weight in the heels. You should be able to wiggle the toes, squeeze the inner legs together, pubis bone in, front ribs, back ribs, lengthen through the sternum here, spread the fingers. Bring the fingertips together now, thumb to the xiphoid process, press the finger pads together to activate the chest. Take an inhale into the chest, sit lower, and then as you exhale, lift the pubis bone here and rotate towards the left side now. So again, we want to keep the knees and the hips square, and the T-spine is going to rotate here. So inhale, sit lower. Bring the front ribs to the back ribs. Exhale, find a little bit more rotation from that small movement. Inhale into the chest. Lengthen through the sternum. And then as you exhale, find a little bit more rotation. Good, inhale, look forward, reach the hands forward, and then exhale, pop down into your forward fold. Good, setting up the lunge, so good for our hip mobility and stability. So inhale, hands come to shins or quads for a flat back, retract the scapula, bring the hands on either side of the body here. So again, pressing the right balls of the right toes into the mat here, and then dorsiflex that ankle up. Take a big step back into your lunge. So again, we want the feet hip distance apart, all the toes are facing forward here, back heel is lifted, bend that back knee right away, come out of the hip, and then power the arms up, palms face each other, spread the fingers wide. Again, we want that left knee right on top of that left ankle, pubic bone in, front wrist back ribs, lengthen through the breastbone here. So inhale, you're gonna rise up in both legs, the front and the back, and then exhale, lower down. Inhale, power up in both legs. Exhale, slowly down. Inhale, power up. And exhale, slowly down. Take an inhale. As you exhale, you're gonna straighten the back leg, hinge from the hips, bring the hands past the body, palms face the floor behind you. And then inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up to that first position. Exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hips, hands come past the body, palms face the floor. Inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up. One more time. Exhale, straighten the back leg, hinge from the hips, hands come past the body, palms face the floor. Inhale, bend that back knee, power the arms back up. Gonna rotate again, so thumbs come to the shoulders, extend the hands wide from there. Take an inhale, lift the pelvic floor, pubic bone in, and then rotate towards that front leg, so towards the left this time. Keep the hips square. And then straighten that back leg, reach forward with the right hand, reach back with that left hand, coming in full reach. Using your peripherals to see the hands. And then bring the finger pads together here. Thumbs to the xiphoid process, retract the scapula, take an inhale, pubic bone in, and then exhale, find more rotation through that T-spine. Inhale into the chest, front wrist back ribs. Exhale, find more rotation. Inhale into the chest, lengthen through the sternum here. Exhale, find more rotation. Inhale, look forward, reach the hands forward here, and then bring the hands down to the mat. Step back into your high plank. Take an inhale and exhale. So again, bringing the feet back together at the back of the mat. Option one is to stay here. You can always come back here. Option two, you're gonna pivot on that right side now. Bring the arm up and through like a bow and arrow. Pressing that right hand into the mat. Dorsiflex the ankles. Coming up through the oblique. Continue to breathe. Look down. Tap that left hand to the hip and come back into your high plank. Take an inhale and exhale. Bring the knees down for a minute. Not a minute, a moment. We're gonna come and do our fingertip push-ups here. So you can tent up on your fingertips. If you're hypermobile or that doesn't feel good for you, you can just do the fist again, just getting still that grip strength there. So up to you. Same options, setting up in your plank. Option is to do it on your knees, toes tucked, or on the fingertips and the toes. Wherever you are, take an inhale, shift the body weight forward. Exhale, lower down. 30, 60, or 90. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. One more. Exhale down. And inhale, power up. Good. Bring the hands flat onto the mat wherever you are. Come back into your high plank. And we'll do a core flow. So inhale, shift the body weight forward onto all 10 toes. Exhale, lift the hips slightly above the shoulders. Lower down, halfway push up. Inhale, bring the chest up and through into your up dog. Push up into your high plank. Exhale, micro bend the knees. Lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Take an inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. Good, you can bring your knees down to the mat here. We'll come into child's pose quick again. So knees towards the width of the mat, big toes together, keeping the toes tucked, and then stack the fist on top of each other, rest the forehead there. Big inhales through the nose, and then slow down your exhale to recover faster. Again, you can shake no on your fist to induce some relaxation. Good, and we're just gonna come into our silent victories. So it's that active stretching. You wanna feel the stretch on the belly of the muscle and not the origin or the insertion. And we only hold for about 3 to 5 breaths. On a scale of 1 to 10, you wanna feel the stretch about a 5 or a 6. So wherever you are, you're gonna come up onto your hands. We'll just reset here. Bring the knees together. So we'll come into our quad and hip stretch here. So you're gonna bring the knees towards the width of the mat here. Big toes together. You can bring the tops of the toes down on the mat this time. And then just slowly walk the hands back behind you. Fingertips face the rest of the body still. And then right away, squeeze the glutes to lift the hips off and the glutes off of the feet. So pressing the feet into the mat, pressing the knees away, squeezing the glutes, lifting the hips up, pressing the fingertips into the mat to stay at the shoulder. So opening up the whole front of the body here. And lowering the glutes back down onto the mat, you can just bring those hands back out in front and bring the knees together. We'll come into our pigeon pose. So you want to start at the top of your mat here. And you want the knees right underneath the hips, but we're going to bring the knees together, bring the feet together as well. Wrist crease is still right underneath the shoulders, spreading the fingers wide. And then just setting up our spine, pubis bone in, front wrist back ribs lengthening through the sternum here. And then you're just going to lift just the feet up off the mat. You're going to plantar flex to point the toes away. And then like a dog's wagging its tail without moving the upper body, wag your feet from side to side. Keeping the upper body nice and stable. And then we're going to land the feet on the right side of our body. So toes are on the right side. You're going to lift that right foot up and walk the right foot and the hands back at the same time. The hands should finish underneath the shoulders, up on your fingertips. Come down to the left palm here. You're going to use your right hand just to dorsiflex, pull those toes up towards your shin of that left foot, and then come back forward again. So options, you can stay up on your fingertips, come down onto the palms, or if you need more, you can reach, lengthening through the spine here, and rest the forehead on the fist. We're staying active here, so we're pressing that right set of toes into the mat, pulling that right hip down, dorsiflexing that left ankle, pushing that left shin into the floor, relaxing the jaw. Continue to breathe. So opening up through the hip here, and also stretching out that left glute. Good, and then from wherever you are, you can come up onto one hand at a time. Hands underneath the shoulders, push them into the right toes, push into the hands, and then step that left foot back into your high plank. Take an inhale, and then exhale, microbend the knees, lift the hips up and back into a downward dog. Take an inhale, and exhale. And then just bring your knees back down to the mat here and walk yourself up to the top of the mat again. We'll set up for the other side. So again, knees underneath the hips, but knees are going to be together. Squeeze the inner legs together. Feet are tapping together. And then wrist crease right underneath the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. Set up the spine. Pubis bone in. Front wrist, back ribs lengthening through the sternum. Head is neutral. And then just lifting up the feet off the mat. Plantar flex the feet so toes away. And then like a dog's wagging its tail without moving the upper body, wag the feet from side to side. Keeping the feet together. Upper body is stable. And then this time we're going to land the feet on the left side. So toes are on the left side of the body. Lift the left leg up this time and walk the hands and the left leg back. Hands should land right underneath the shoulders here. And then come onto the right palm again. Use that left hand to dorsiflex that right ankle. Pull the toes up towards the shin and then come back forward. Again, options are to stay on the fingertips, right down on the palms, or lengthen through the spine and stack the hands, the fist on top of each other here, and rest the forehead there. Again, wherever you are, staying active. So pressing the left toes into the mat, pulling those right toes up towards the shin, pressing that right shin into the mat, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the face here. So again, opening up that left hip, opening up that right glute, stretching that out. Good, and then wherever you are, you're gonna come up onto one hand at a time. Press the left toes into the mat, press the hands into the mat, and then reach that right foot up and back into your high plank. Take an inhale, and as you exhale, micro bend the knees, lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Take an inhale and exhale. Good, you can bring the knees down to the mat. We're going to finish on our back here. So we're gonna bend both knees so both feet are flat on the mat. And we're gonna start with the right side. So you're gonna bring your right knee in towards your chest, dorsiflex that ankle, toes up towards your nose. Interlace the fingers nice and tight, cutting off that joint circulation. So when we release, fresh blood will go to those joints. Relax the upper body, hands are on the shin. And then you're gonna take an inhale, belly breath. So fill the belly with air, push the belly against that leg. And as you exhale, squeeze the hands down on the shin. Inhale, belly breath. Exhale, squeeze the hands down on the shin. Last one on this side, inhale, belly breath. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shin. So the right side hip compression is also good for the ascending colon, so the digestive system. And then from here, without moving the leg, you're going to release the hands, interlace them on the back of the leg, on the hamstring. And without moving the knee, you're just going to extend that leg straight, bringing the bottom of the foot up towards the ceiling. So dorsiflex that ankle, relax the upper body. Option is to stay here, or if you want, you can slide that left leg straight on the mat as well. Dorsiflex both ankles, squeeze the inner legs together. And then just staying active here, we're just going to dorsiflex and plantar flex that right ankle, so the one that's up above in the air. And then just bring that foot back down to the mat, bending both knees again, readjusting the hips if needed. Both feet are flat on the mat, and we'll set up for the other side here. So bring the left knee in towards the chest, dorsiflex that ankle, interlace the fingers nice and tight again. Hands on the shin, and then relax the upper body. Take an inhale, belly breath, fill the belly with air, push the belly against the leg. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shin. Inhale, belly breath. Exhale, squeeze the hands down the shin. Last one here, inhale, belly breath. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shin. So the left side's good for the descending colon now. And then without moving the leg, release the hands, interlace the hands on the back of the leg on the hamstring. And then without moving the knee, working in your own range of motion, extend that leg up towards the ceiling, dorsiflex that ankle. Option is to stay here, or you can slide that right leg down the mat, dorsiflex both ankles, squeeze the inner legs, relax the upper body. And then keeping this active again for the hamstring, we are just going to plantar flex and dorsiflex that ankle. Make sure that is coming from the ankle joining, you're not just moving your toes. Good, and then you can just bring that foot back down on the mat, bend both knees again. So the bottom of the feet are down on the mat again. And then we're gonna come into our double hip compression now. So bring the belly button towards the spine and then bring both knees in towards the chest, dorsiflex the ankles. If you can interlace your fingers, great. If they don't reach, that is okay. You can just put one hand on each shin. Relax the upper body. And then just make sure you're not pulling your knees up too high to the chest. You want that tailbone still down on the mat here. So take an inhale, belly breath, fill the belly with air. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shins. So this is good for the transverse now. Inhale, belly breath, fill the belly with air. Exhale, squeeze the hands down the shins. Last one here, inhale, belly breath. And exhale, squeeze the hands down the shins. Good, you can just bring both feet down onto the mat. We'll come into our butterfly here. So you can bring your feet back as far as you can on the mat. And then start to walk the feet together, the bottom of the feet together. And then from there, just open up the knees from there. If you have any pull in your low back, you can either walk your feet further away or walk them closer towards your body, whatever feels comfortable. And then we're just gonna make a diamond shape with those hands. So you're gonna bring the thumbs together and the pointer fingers together, and the rest of the fingers fall together from there. From there, you're gonna put the thumbs on the belly button and let the rest of the fingers fall from there. Relax the elbows down on the mat. So this diamond shape is where we're going to breathe in and out of. So nice and deep and low in the belly here. So inhale into that diamond for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, inhale into the diamond for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then you can just use your hands on the outside of each leg and just slowly bring your knees back to center. We're gonna come into our final relaxation here, so whatever's comfortable for you. You can lengthen the legs down on the mat, or if you have any pull in the low back, you can just keep the knees bent here. And then wherever you are, you can close your eyes, bring the hands to either side of the body, palms facing the ceiling. And just breathing normally on your own, inhales through the nose, exhales from the mouth. And we're just gonna start at our feet, and we're just gonna work our way up to our head, just releasing any tension points as you work your way up. Sometimes we're holding a fist or just holding something in somewhere in our body without even noticing. So when you get to that, just send a breath to that area and just relax. Let the mat take the weight of your body. Then when you get to your face, just make sure you relax the jaw. We hold a lot of tension in our jaw sometimes, so relax the jaw. And just continue breathing on your own. We're gonna focus in on our breath. So inhales through the nose, exhales from the mouth, whatever that looks like for you normally. Focusing on the sound that the air makes when it comes in and out of your body, what's happening mechanically when you take an inhale, when you take an exhale. And even the length of your inhales compared to your exhale. So just really focusing on the breathing. And now we're just gonna let a distraction come in. So it might be a noise in the room you're in now, or another room that you can hear. It might be cars driving by, people talking, the heat or the AC blowing through the vents. So you're just gonna laser focus in on that noise now and nothing else. And now bring your focus back to your breathing. So focus on your inhales through the nose, exhales from the mouth, what's happening mechanically, the noise that the air makes, and the length of your inhales and your exhales, focusing back on the breathing. So again, just showing that we have distractions come in every day through work or school or sports, family, friends, whatever you have going on, but we can always bring ourselves back, bring our focus back. When we focus back in on our breathing, come back into our body. So I'm just gonna give a few moments here just for some time on your own, so you can continue focusing on your breathing. You can continue to focus on distraction, but just take some time for you. It's really important, even if it's just a few moments, to just really take some time just for yourself and nobody else. And whenever you're ready, you can start to wiggle those fingers, wiggle those toes. If you want to do a full body stretch, stretching the feet away and stretching the arms up overhead for a breath. And then wherever you are, bending both knees, both feet are, bottom of the feet are flat on the mat. Bring your belly button towards your spine and bring the knees towards the chest, wrapping the hands on the shins, dorsiflex the ankles. And just a little bit of movement from side to side, just massaging the low back. And then we're going to come onto our right side again. So using your right arm as a pillow for your head, bending both knees. Coming into another breathing exercise here. We got one more after this and then we're done. So you're going to use your left pointer finger and you're going to completely block off your left nostril on the outside. And we're going to take 5 breaths in through our left nostril and out from the left nostril only. And this is going to come from our belly. So block that right nostril and take an inhale into the left nostril. And exhale from the left nostril. So do that about 4 more times on your own. So coming into total relaxation here, using our belly breathing, we're laying on the right side so that blood is flowing to the right side of the brain. And then the left nostril breathing is connected to the right side of the brain as well. So whenever you finished your 5 left nostril breaths, you can come up into a seated position, whatever is comfortable for you. You can sit cross-legged. You can have one leg bent, one leg straight, both straight, whatever's comfortable. We're just going to rub our hands together here, creating a lot of heat in between the palms. Coming into an eye relaxation exercise. Some of you still might be doing a lot of schoolwork on your computer, so a lot of screen time still. Or maybe you're still doing classes on Zoom, I don't even know. So just giving those eyes a break. So this is a really good one to do throughout the day if you are staring at a screen for a long time. So what's gonna happen, we're gonna close our eyes and then we're gonna press the hands in and move the eyes, keeping the eyes closed. So once you have enough heat in between those palms, close the eyes, press the hands into the eyes with a little bit of pressure. Take an inhale and look up with the eyes, keeping the eyes closed as if you could roll them all the way to the back of your head. And then exhale, bring them back out in front. Do that again. Inhale, press the hands a little bit more gently, and then look up with the eyes, keeping them closed as if you could roll them to the back of your head. And then exhale, bring the hands back down in front. You just bring the hands to prayer here, just taking a moment of gratitude that you were able to move your body during this about an hour-ish. And yeah, just taking gratitude that you made some time for yourself today. And remember to try and do that every day. Namaste. So next week we will add a few more repetitions on and we'll advance some of the postures as well. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you next week.